Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to explore some of the most important materials used in a medical laboratory and learn their uses in daily laboratory work. Medical laboratories rely on a variety of instruments, equipment, and supplies to diagnose diseases, monitor patient health, and support medical treatment. Understanding these materials and their functions is essential for students, laboratory professionals, and anyone interested in medical science. In this video, we will discuss different laboratory materials one by one, explain what they are, and describe how they are used in laboratory procedures. So, stay with me until the end of the video to discover the essential materials that help medical laboratories provide accurate and reliable test results. Let's get started. Autoclave. An autoclave is a laboratory equipment that uses high-pressure saturated steam to sterilize materials and destroy microorganisms, including bacteria, viruses, fungi, and bacterial spores. Today, let's learn about the major uses of an autoclave in a medical laboratory. 1. Sterilization of laboratory instruments. One of the most important uses of an autoclave is the sterilization of laboratory instruments. Forceps, scissors, metal tools, and reusable equipment are sterilized before use to prevent contamination and ensure patient safety. 2. Sterilization of culture media. Autoclaves are used to sterilize culture media before microorganisms are cultured. This ensures that only the intended microorganisms grow, leading to accurate laboratory results. 3. Sterilization of glassware. Laboratory glassware such as test tubes, flasks, bottles, and measuring cylinders can be sterilized in an autoclave. Sterile glassware is essential for maintaining a contamination-free environment. 4. Decontamination of infectious waste. Autoclaves are used to decontaminate infectious laboratory waste, including used culture plates, contaminated gloves, and biological materials. This reduces the risk of disease transmission and protects the environment. 5. Sterilization of biological materials. Materials exposed to infectious microorganisms can be sterilized using an autoclave before disposal or reuse. This helps maintain biosafety within the laboratory. 6. Sterilization of laboratory solutions. Certain laboratory solutions and distilled water can be autoclaved to remove microorganisms and make them safe for laboratory procedures. 7. Prevention of cross-contamination. By sterilizing instruments and materials between procedures, autoclaves help prevent cross-contamination between samples, ensuring accurate and reliable test results. 2. Microscope. A microscope is a device used to magnify very small objects that cannot be seen clearly with the naked eye. It helps laboratory professionals examine cells, microorganisms, and other microscopic structures for diagnosis and research. Uses of a microscope in a medical laboratory. 1. Examination of blood cells. The microscope is used to observe red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. This helps diagnose conditions such as anemia, infections, and blood disorders. 2. Detection of parasites. Microscopes are used to identify parasites in blood, stool, and other body samples. For example, they help detect malaria parasites and intestinal worms. 3. Examination of urine samples. Laboratory professionals use microscopes to examine urine sediments for the presence of cells, crystals, bacteria, and casts, which can indicate urinary tract or kidney diseases. 4. Analysis of stool samples. Microscopes help identify parasites, parasite eggs, cysts, and other abnormalities in stool specimens. 5. Identification of microorganisms. After staining procedures, bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms can be observed under a microscope to assist in disease diagnosis. 6. Examination of body fluids. Microscopes are used to analyze cerebrospinal fluid, pleural fluid, and other body fluids for cells, microorganisms, and abnormal findings. 7. Histopathology and cytology. Microscopes help pathologists examine tissue sections and cells to diagnose diseases such as cancer and other abnormalities. 8. Semen analysis. In semen examination, microscopes are used to assess sperm count, motility, and morphology, which are important in fertility evaluations. 3. CBC Hematology Analyzer. The CBC Hematology Analyzer is used to perform a complete blood count, CBC, test quickly and accurately. It measures different components of blood and provides important information about a patient's health. First, it is used to count red blood cells, RBCs, which helps in diagnosing and monitoring anemia, polycythemia, and other blood disorders. Second, it measures hemoglobin concentration, which is important for evaluating the blood's oxygen-carrying capacity and detecting anemia. Third, it determines the hematocrit value, which shows the percentage of blood occupied by red blood cells. Fourth, it counts white blood cells, WBCs, and provides a differential count, helping healthcare professionals diagnose infections, inflammation, allergies, and leukemia. Fifth, it counts platelets, which are essential for blood clotting. This helps in diagnosing bleeding disorders and monitoring patients with thrombocytopenia or thrombocytosis. The CBC Hematology Analyzer also calculates red blood cell indices such as MCV, MCH, and MCHC, which help classify different types of anemia. In addition, it is used to monitor patients during treatment, assess overall health status, and assist doctors in making accurate clinical decisions. 4. Chemistry Analyzer. Chemistry analyzer is an essential instrument in the medical laboratory used to measure various chemicals and substances in blood, serum, plasma, and other body fluids. It helps healthcare professionals diagnose diseases, monitor treatment, and assess organ function. Uses of a chemistry analyzer. Measures blood glucose levels. It is used to determine blood sugar levels for the diagnosis and monitoring of diabetes mellitus. Evaluates kidney function. It measures tests such as urea, creatinine, and uric acid to assess how well the kidneys are working. Assesses liver function. It analyzes liver enzymes such as ALT, AST, ALP, and bilirubin to detect liver diseases and monitor liver health. Checks lipid profile. It measures cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL, and LDL levels to evaluate the risk of cardiovascular diseases. Measures electrolytes. It helps determine levels of sodium, potassium, chloride, and other electrolytes that are important for maintaining body functions. Determines protein levels. It measures total protein and albumin levels to assess nutritional status and organ function. Detects cardiac markers. Some chemistry analyzers can measure markers related to heart disease, helping in the diagnosis of cardiac conditions. Monitors treatment progress. It is used to track changes in laboratory values during treatment and evaluate patient recovery. Assists in disease diagnosis. It provides important biochemical information for diagnosing conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, liver disease, and metabolic disorders. Performs high-volume testing efficiently. Automated chemistry analyzers can process many samples quickly and accurately, improving laboratory productivity. 5. Centrifuge. Centrifuge is an important laboratory instrument used to separate substances of different densities by spinning samples at high speed. It is widely used in medical laboratories for processing blood, urine, and other body fluids. Uses of a centrifuge. Separates serum from blood. It separates serum from clotted blood samples for biochemical and serological testing. Separates plasma from blood. It is used to obtain plasma from anticoagulated blood samples for various laboratory analyses. Concentrates urine sediment. It helps concentrate cells, crystals, bacteria, and casts in urine for microscopic examination. Prepares samples for testing. It removes unwanted particles and prepares clear samples for accurate laboratory testing. Separates blood components. It separates red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, and plasma for diagnostic and therapeutic purposes. Supports hematology testing. It is used in procedures such as hematocrit determination to measure the proportion of red blood cells in blood. Processes body fluids. It helps separate cells and debris from body fluids such as cerebrospinal fluid, pleural fluid, and acidic fluid. Assists in microbiology procedures. It concentrates microorganisms from samples to improve detection and identification. Improves test accuracy. Proper separation of sample components helps ensure reliable and accurate laboratory results. Increases laboratory efficiency. It processes multiple samples quickly, saving time and improving workflow in the laboratory. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful. If you enjoyed this content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more medical laboratory and health-related videos. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our upcoming uploads. See you in the next video with another interesting topic. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great day. Goodbye.